number 5, beginning in Atlanta tonight, an NFC South battle between the Bucs and the Falcons. Falcons are out to a 2-2 start, Scotty. Their offense, I think it's been a little bit of hit or miss so far. They've had some good games. They did not score an offensive touchdown last week despite that win over the Saints at home. Here is quarterback Kirk Cousins. Work in progress, but we're getting better.
Yeah, I think now 4 games in, you do have a sample size to work off of. I think we've ascended each week. We have improved, which is encouraging, but I think there's more to go get, and that's why I think there is a lot of excitement about Thursday night because we see it as another opportunity to kind of continue to improve.
Yeah, I just don't think they look that good to me. Like, what is blowing your mind about the Atlanta Falcons? Like, it's going to get way better than this? Where is that coming from? Like, what indicators are that they're going to be much better than what they look like right now? I think, the old Denny Green, they are who we thought they were, right? Like, it is what it is. This is who they are. I mean, we've already said they escaped. Look, they won the game. They beat the Saints. That's all that matters. A win's a win. I don't care how you get it. You kick a field goal. We've always believed on this show that you got to have kickers. If you don't have kickers in the NFL, that especially in betting, with all these hooks, 2.5, 3.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. If you don't have kickers, you're dead. Ask Brian Dable how that worked out for him. We're going to go into the game without a kicker, see how we do. So the Falcons have a kicker, and, it's like anything else. I said that in this Raven game with the Bengals, they both have kickers. Tucker, they say, slumping. I'll believe that when I see it. And then McPherson can kick it too. So look at the Steelers. He's one of the players of the week, Boswell. If you got a great kicker, good things can happen. I think the Raiders have a kicker. You know what I mean? They got all these guys. If you got a great kicker, you can do things. What did Folk do the other night? 5 field goals. I mean, this is huge. So that's the only thing I've been impressed with them. Really impressed that they got that. They can move the ball down the field, get kicks, get points. That's all that matters. I still think the Buccaneers are better than them.
Here is Baker Mayfield, of course, quarterback of the 3-1 Bucs, talking about going on the road here on a Thursday night and their 3-1 start so far.
I mean, you try and treat any game the same, but, I mean, the weight that it carries when you play divisional opponents. And just the opportunity on a short week playing against somebody on the road, it's a great opportunity for us to continue to build what we've had so far. But, I think back at last year. Every year is different, but think back at last year, we were 3-1 at this point too. Now I wouldn't say that we operated as clean and we knew our identity, but right now, don't take anything for granted. Just because you start 3-1, like you said, it's a long year. Got to continue to improve and just build as the year goes on.
And this guy just continues to impress me the way he plays. He just gets it done. That's just all there is to it. Tonight, he is going to attack that Falcon defense all night. He's going to sling it all night. And my man goes for it. He throws it. He ain't afraid to take chances, risks, whatever you want to call it. He'll run, he'll throw it, he'll sling it, and he's got it down to a science, I think, with Evans. I mean, he knows how to get that ball into Evans' hands. This guy isn't stupid the way he plays. He goes for it with the main guy. Evans is the man, and he gets him the rock. It never ceases to amaze me how Evans just keeps hauling in big catches and making big plays.
He does do that. The Falcons are favored tonight at home, -2.5. At this moment. 43.5 is now the total, so it's ticked up. I think it was 42.5 when we talked yesterday. So 2.5 and 43.5 for tonight. It sounds like you like the Bucs.
Yeah, I like the Bucs. I mean, obviously, I think the Falcons could win the game. I think anything's possible. I'm not stupid, but I like the Bucs here. I like Baker Mayfield. Look, I think Cousins is equally tough. I mean, he can put up numbers. There's no denying what he's been able to do in the NFL. I've never liked him as a playoff type guy or big game guy. To me, he's been a really good regular season guy. Big numbers, big stats, makes lots of money, but he's never been a big time, big money game player. And listen, I thought Baker Mayfield last year had the Lions right where he wanted them. They had the ball. They had a chance to win the game. He threw a pick. It is what it is. Like I said, he takes chances, and he tries to win games. he's been a good quarterback as far as I'm concerned since Oklahoma. I mean, I thought he was really exciting in college. I think he was in a bad situation. I thought he got mauled in Cleveland. I didn't think they protected him. Then I thought when he had a shot in L.A. to play, he did well. And then when he finally got his shot in Tampa, he played, I thought, exceedingly well. And now he's got the $100 million contract. I think he's right where he needs to be. I think he's a good quarterback. I believe in him. Like, I know that guy can win games.
He's found himself a home there, which is nice to see after some travels around the league. So, and he's a good quarterback. I agree with you. I slightly lean to the Falcons tonight, only because on a short week, division game, I side to the home team. I think the Bucs are a little better, but I think that the Falcons might find a way at home tonight. So small lean for me, Scotty, there on the Atlanta side. I'll give you some touchdowns, though. I'm more concerned about the tutties when we come back.
Right here with you on Pro Football Today on SportsGrid. Odds in motion, trying to see what lines have moved throughout the week.
Never felt more comfortable in this set than I do for this year. I am ready. I'm just getting angry. The hot takes are going to be here all long, people. What in the world is going on in Miami, Dom?
It's not particularly anything to shy away from just because many people are on top of it.
Hot take, hot take.
I think this line is asking you once again to take New Orleans.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Simply put, the only way to bet this is over/under win total. I love Tyronn Lue. I think he's one of the 5 best coaches in the league. But my dear friend George Sorless told us to me a long time ago, you can't win if you don't got the talent. Unfortunately, I don't think the Clippers have the talent to match up.
Betting above the rim, only on SportsGrid. The Bostonian versus the Book.
Would it make you feel better as a bettor or as a sports fan if they said after the game we were trying to cover the spread?
Oh, God. To say it out loud? Oh, my God, no.
So what,
to say it out loud? Oh, my God. You can't say that out loud. No, you can't do that.
Okay, so what is the big deal either way?
Oh, play the game the right way.
The Bostonian versus the Book.
Sunday Night Football, not really much of a matchup here, and the Bills looked so good up until this point, and, you know, to me, it's probably like a one-off for them.
The basic thing you have to do against the Ravens, force them to pass and try to use their weapons downfield, get them behind, because if you can do that, then it takes Derrick Henry a little bit out of the game. But if you get them with momentum coming out of the gate, getting a long touchdown run to the first play.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
All right, so what are the best bet props that are going up right now for this game tonight at the Benz?
Of course, these are the most bet player props for tonight, Scotty. Everybody in the mix with Bucky Irving, yes, rookie running back for the Bucs, who kind of is starting to take some carries from Rachaad White. Over 43.5 rushing yards for him. Bijan over 26.5 receiving yards. He's gone over that a couple times this year. Tyler Algier over 33.5 rushing yards. Kirk Cousins under 1.5 passing touchdowns. And Chris Godwin under 64.5 receiving yards, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not really that excited about any of those. I'd say the one that stands out to me is the Bijan one. I think that they like to pop him underneath and give him the ball out of Cousins' hands when he's in trouble. I think Cousins will do better than that, under 1.5. I think he literally will throw 2 tutties tonight in this game. I think Baker Mayfield's going to throw a couple as well. And I don't know about all this under stuff. I'm feeling like tonight could be wild. I'm going over.
I hope you're right. As I always say to you, I would prefer a wild game as opposed to a snoozer. I actually prefer like the Lions-Seahawk game Monday as opposed to the Dolphin-Titan game Monday. That's like the perfect barometer, those two games that were Monday night. Give me the game with the back and forth and lots of points. I prefer that with my primetime games. You said that these guys could throw a couple touchdowns. Well, I got a few guys that maybe they could throw them to. How about we get Baker right out of the gate? First tutty for Evans. He hit it last Sunday against the Eagles. Let's hit it again. Plus 850 for a first tutty for Mike Evans tonight. I do have Bucky on the card there. Bucky plus $1.75 for Tampa to get in the end zone. And Cousins, you said, might throw one or two. He's going to throw two tutties. Let's get one of them to Darnell Mooney at plus 240, who's actually gotten a lot of burn. He's gotten a lot of targets. He's been getting himself over 60, 65 yards pretty much every week. Let's get Mooney in the end zone, maybe on a big play.
Yeah, I like those. I like Bijan anytime. And I think, he's going to throw it to London. I could see him having one as well. The guy that's blown my mind is Pitts. That, I've been hearing about this guy, that he's this amazing receiver for, 2 years now? Is he ever going to do anything in a football game?
No.
For as much juice as he gets, as much talk as he gets, could this guy ever do anything big in a game? I'd like to see it. How about tonight he has one?
I'm done betting him, so you can have it. That guy's he's a stiff. He doesn't catch. And he probably will now because I'm smashing him right now. I'm finished with him. I've bet him every week. So tonight, you know what? Go run to the window with Kyle Pitts because tonight he is going to score because I'm done with him. I want nothing to do with the guy. He's a total hack. There you go. The Falcons and the Bucs tonight, Scotty. Can you tell how upset Kyle Pitts has made me over the last couple weeks? I think I just let you know right there how much he bothers me. All right, let's start to get to some of these games. Overrated. What? All I heard was, Cousins is there now. He's got a real quarterback. Guy didn't catch a ball last week. What are we? He didn't have a catch in that game last Sunday. What are we doing here? He only had 50 the week before. It was his only catch. He caught a 50-yarder in the Chief game. And this guy's just not involved whatsoever in the offense. I'm sick of hearing about Kyle Pitts